everybody, I am Ant from ATC Studio, and in today's episode I'm going to be talking about some changes to the Games Workshop web store. So with the coming of 9th edition, there have been some removal and additions of new kits. Now these aren't related to the Necron, Space Marine, Indomitus stuff. These are just simply things that I would like to point out. You might like to know, quite useful if you are playing especially Imperium and Death Guard. So first of all, this was released a few days ago. If you go to the last chance to buy, there is no 6 of the Easter Build 8th edition kits are now going to be taken out and you won't be able to buy them soon. Now, this is actually quite annoying, particularly for Death Guard players. So here you've got a really cheap £25 Dreadnought, which was super useful. However, unfortunately, you won't be able to do this anymore with 9th edition. However, of course, it will be replaced with some new stuff. So if you do want like a really cheap Dreadnought, a few cheap Intercessors, Plague Marines, 3 cheap Light Lord Terminators, and Aggressors, then you should definitely head over to the Game Workshop web store and get them now before they sell out, because this will be replaced with all the Necrons and, of course, other Primaris stuff. I don't see why they should take these out of stock, especially the Primaris stuff, because I mean Primaris is still featured in the new edition, and this is still very useful for the Death Guard players and used a lot. Particularly the Plague Marines, it's cheaper than if you get a 7 for £30 is actually really expensive, even though they are very detailed models. Though of course you can still get them from No Fear. So again, it's a bit annoying, but there will be new good Necrons and Space Marine stuff, so it's not too much of a problem. So, but if you do want to buy any of these, then you should probably go and head over to the web store, go into a local store and get them now. Now, also, there is a new thing that they just released on the Warhammer Community website, and it's out. It's called this supply drop. So, an Imperium supply drop. So the idea of this is it's £75, and what you get is you get a selection of minis, all with a similar theme, as it says, and so they'll probably all be within the same army. So you're not going to get like a Space Marine Dreadnought, a squad of Custodians, a Scorpius Doom Rider, all in the same box, because that's going to be a bit, because nobody will really want that, and instead it's just probably going to be from one army or one specific part of an army. Like you might get, let's say, lots of Deathwing stuff, or I really don't know. I've not actually seen of anyone who's actually got these yet. So it's 50% off, which on paper is really good, but the problem is you don't actually know what you're buying. And it says you can use this as like to start a new army really cheap. However, if you can't decide, however, even then, you're probably not going to get necessarily the best units, and not necessarily the units that you want to buy, which is why, personally, I don't think this is a good idea, and I think this will only really be used to buy and then sell on at really cheap prices the minis. And I don't see any reason why anybody in particular, unless they like have a big collection of tons of Imperium armies, would really want to buy this, because you're likely not to get the army that you want, and even if you do, the kits probably won't be the ones that you want. You'll probably, like, let's say there's no point getting this kit and it's going to give you a Redemptor Dreadnought when you've already got 3 Redemptor Dreadnoughts, etc. So even though it's 50% off, I don't think this is really worth buying. Of course, if you want to, you can get it. I don't think it will sell out too quickly. It is, of course, very cheap, so if you are just generally collecting Imperium, or you really just collect them just to paint them, then maybe it might be a decent idea. Although if you're just paying for the tabletop, then I probably wouldn't go for it. So that probably does about sum it up for this video. Of course, we do have new models hinted at coming. I will probably do an update once we get the new Necrons and Space Marines Indomitus boxes, as well as the easy build set. But for now, that is it for today's video. A bit of a shorter video, but I will be pumping out content more regularly. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe, and share it if you think other people enjoy it or find it useful too. But for now, bye.